are you all doing? Have you missed me? I've been away. I've been to the English Riviera. Oh, some beautiful weather. Right, what we've got today, we're going to have a look at something different today. So there's not going to be any picking, not today. But I might do some picking on my website. But I do want to show you. I mean, you see so many videos of people picking these with different tools. A lot of the time they're using dedicated pick decoders where you've got a makeup key. You know, some lovely sets out there. We'll have a look at them, and then you can decide what we're going to have a look at. So first of all, what we got here. So it's the MAUER 7111. So it's 4 ones basically, 7 and 4 ones. So there's 8 levers in here, and we'll have a look at these in great detail. And by the way, I did cut a little slot in there, and I am going to give this away to the supporters this week. So this beautiful 8 lever lock, plus the key, so you can have a good old practice, because you will need a lot of practice to get through, and I'll show you why. So there's one of them. It's a beauty and all. It's a beautiful, beautiful bitting on that key. And what else we got? We got another one. Another MAUER 7 4 ones again. Slightly different bitting on that one. And we've got another MAUER 7 4 ones, and again a bit of a bodge job of this one, but we can show you. It does help you if you're practicing to understand what you're doing in these locks. And then we have got something a bit different, and we're going to look at this one first. Now, I've had this for a while, but I've never had a chance to go old look at it. I don't come across these very often myself, but I did take a look at this one today, only less than 5 minutes ago. Look at that, comb your hair with it. What we got then? I know you lock experts out there. You will know more than I, especially Gav, he loves his safe locks. So it's a MAUER, so it's a 700/76, is it -7-9 KL2. Now I think there's 11 levers in here. By counting that up, I may be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. But we'll have a look at this beautiful one first, and then we'll have a look at the Presidente one next. So we'll have a look at this beautiful one first. Oh, it does work like a treat. Right, so we'll stick it in the vise, we'll open it up, and we'll have a look. So I'll see you over there in a while. Okay, then let's have a look at this old girl. Let's see what she's got hiding inside. Right, I've only got one screw to deal with here. Let's just make sure everything works all right and it's in the right position. It is extremely, extremely deep key piped, as you can see the length of it. And it still works like a dream. If you have a look what's inside it, I am excited. Right, I've got one screw down here. Let's see if we can do that without nudging the camera too much. Right then. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? What we got in here? Oh, it's almost quite die-cast, part of the inner cases. You don't see that very often. A lot of work's gone into that. Very, very lightweight as well. But look at that. Look at that. What a Bobby Dazzler, right? There's a lot going on in there, an hell of a lot going on there. How many levers can you count? Is there 11? Oh, we classed one at the back, and there's all this lot going on here. It's a sort of lock of nightmares, isn't it? Trying to think of all this lot going on. Let's see if we can get the key to interact with it without it popping all over the place. You know what I'm bloody like. But let's see if we can get it the right way around first. So there you go. See the way that works. It's almost trying to find the correct point of all these different bits in. These have all got to line up as well. Now I wouldn't want, we're starting to get stuff coming across. I wouldn't want to try and repair one of these, because there's lots and lots of moving parts. I'm risking it by opening it without the cover. I tell you, they'll all go everywhere. It's starting to get stuck up now a little bit. Let's unjam it. There we go. I don't want to ruin it. What a beautiful lock. What a beautiful lock. So it's going to be a while before I get my brain around this lot. I'm sure it will be. To reset it. Look at that. We'll have a good old strip down another day and have a look. It'll take me a while to take all those bits out. So, yeah, that is a thing of beauty. I wouldn't even know how you try and get any. How would you feel you'd need a decoder. The only way you're going to get through that is a decoder. You'd never feel the tension between all these different prongs interacting with her. God blimey. When you get to this sort of level, this is really, really deep down the rabbit hole of lock sport and whatnot. You've really, really got to be into it to sort of even getting your head around this sort of stuff. It becomes into the realm of experts. So, what a beautiful lock. What a beautiful lock. Let's just not jump everything on the floor, but remind you what it was. What a beautiful lock. We'll put the cover back on in a minute on that one. And then what else are we going to look at? Yeah, we're going to look at what we're going to give for this week's prize draw. Now, let's get this in the... So, to remind you, it's the MAUER Presidente. Is it Presidente? 7 foldable ones. Yeah, it's an old one. It's an old girl. Now, really, like I said, these require specialist decoder tools, to be fair. They really do. I will have a try and look at the interaction, the way this all works, and I will take the cover off. You can't really see a lot going on at the moment. The only thing I could tell you is it's just like there's hardly any resistance. So you would struggle. I will have a little look to find anything that binds. So 8 levers we said. Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look. Let's make some room. And let's get this case off. So nowhere near as complex as the last one, as you can see. But the interaction part here is, see all these notches on the front of it, all these levers. So it's not just one foot. You got a lot of chance of getting caught up for the whole pack. Again, there's no real springs on them. There's only one spring point there, so they are quite sloppy. So you would really struggle to get some binding order. And remember, if this is set into something quite deep, which it will be, you're going to be working at a distance on a 2-in-1. Now, most of the decoders for these are 2-in-1s. They've got a decoder part where you can read decoders and you can build up a makeup key for them. There's quite a few companies that do it. Really specialised, expensive tools. Now, I will show you how to open it, but I'm not going to show you how to open it on this platform because obviously I don't think it's right. But on the website, I will show you how you can get through them with a degree. Okay, but let's take a bit more time. Let's just we like a bit of discovery on this channel. So let's have a look. Right. So, for instance, what could we use to have a go? Well, let's have a look what we got here then. Remember, I don't know, is it Golden Delicious, whatever it is? These things, you get 2 of them from Banggood. One of them is slightly longer than the other one. The tips are each short on them, but let's have a look. Yeah, compare. As you can see, one's a bit shorter than the other, so the longest one is probably your best bet. Great for cabinet picks. Great for cabinet picks. What size for that? So this is really, really deep. So the thing is the pipe going to be long enough? As you can see, let's try and get closer up. You're only going to get that far. You won't go any deeper. So, no. You'd have to drill that down a lot more. So that ain't going to get you anywhere where you needed to go. Nowhere near deep enough. It's not going deep enough. You just go right to the back of that. That's not going to work. One thing I did a little pimp about. So I did have to do a little bit of pimping on this one. I was just, you can see that there. I always say to you guys, you can take off, but you can never put on. I mean, look at my nails need cutting. I had to put a tiny amount of salt because I was just just shy of getting to lifting the levers. But we'll go through that in a bit more detail. So will this one work? And I did have to drill a little bit deeper. So this is quite deep. Okay, so we're going to go all the way down there. All the way down there to the back. Is she going to make it? There she goes. So as you can see the back one, and we'll look at this a bit more detail, there is no false notches or security gates on the other back. So what happens is your key interacts with the actual bolt. I want to show this a bit more, and that back lever at the same time. And let's see, when I lift that up, watch this bolt move. See it move forward a little bit. Now, I think a lot of the problem people have, if they don't get the picks right, and it doesn't pick up that sort of control lever at the back, you're not driving it forward like that. But we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail in a moment. That's what I've found anyway. That's my personal opinion on this. So okay then, so we've got to that point. Now we need to make sure we can lift to the height that we need. You can see that rolling around there, and lift individual levers. As you can see, it doesn't help me with the camera being so close, but and you need to make sure you find they don't really want to bind that well. It's doing it so far, but they will just drop out. That's what you're going to try and get all of those to line up without catching on those notches. And you can see there is a bit of a binding order. And if you've got 7, or well, it is 8, but with that control lever being actuated by the key, I'd say 7. And you're going to go through, and as you can see, you can go either way. Remember, these levers will go either way, but it will take your time, and it won't be a quick fix to try and get through this. You really need to decode it. I'm showing you a little bit how a pick would work in this particular lock. So if you didn't interact with the back part, let's go into that, and you went further in, you wouldn't be able to get in like that. And we can see it on another lot. They're not always the same depth, they are all slightly different. So we'll take it apart and we'll have a look what else we need to be looking for. Get him out. Right, he's out. So we'll lay him out. So we're looking for the highest lift. So we've got a number 4. As you can see, those notches. There's your 5. Again, notches, less at the front, but loads at the bottom. And another 5. Again, those notches. And a 6. So 6 is going to be, by the looks of this, I don't know to do anything higher than a 6. The lowest lift you're going to do, yeah, one tiny little lift and you're in. Do they do a 7? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Do they do 7? I'm presumably not, but do they do a 7 cut? That'd be interested. So the lowest cut we're going to get to the highest lift, of course, is going to be a 1. I don't know if they do a 0. I'm not that familiar with these locks. So a 4. They just keep coming. Here we go. We've got a 1. We'll use this 1 again in a minute. So what this being the highest lift, okay, so you got to build a tool or whatever you're going to build or practice to make sure you can lift this up to the gate. That's the key, okay. So if you can lift this one, you can lift all the others, are not going to be a problem. So we'll keep that 1 for a minute. We'll have a look at that in a minute more. Right, let's get the 3 out. 3. And then this one at the back, as I said, there's no, come here. Let's wiggle him out. The spring don't want to come out. So this one here, I don't want to take all this out because it'll be a bit of a pig. So there's no notches on it at all. And it does interact with the key. So if we use that key, which is for this lock, we're looking at this part here. Okay, so all the levers are behind this. So as you can see, that part there just before the bitting starts, it's going to lift that lever. It's almost like a control lever, and that just drive you forward a little bit more. And if your tool was too deep, you go past that, you'd need to pick that up, that lever, and get it up to the right height. Yeah, but if you can get a tool where I've put it down, and you cut or drill a hole to the exact depth of that, by theory, as you can see, you should be able to pick up that lever and grab hold of the bolt at the back there. Yeah, so that saved you a little bit of a job. It's just building something that exact. And with these sort of locks, this is how exact you need to be. You know, there ain't much tolerance in that lock. There ain't much at all. And this is one with no notches on. So I can pick up the bolt and pick up that sort of control lever. I don't know what the true name of it is. And then what we're going to do is look at a number 1. So one wasn't at the back, but let's test this out. So if I was going to build something, this is the way I'd do it. I'd have to look at the worst case scenarios of that particular lock and see if you can lift to those heights. So we put a 1 in here. Got lots of notches in. So the theory is we can get this bugger in. Right, so that's going to lift up the back to the point we need. And then we need to make sure, see, I'm straight into those notches already there. Look as tight as because I put the pressure on, straight into there. So I need to take the pressure off and then sort of watch out it doesn't drop out the back like that. It's not flattened in there. There you go. Real light pressure, lift him up. Will he go? Will he make it up to the height I need? It's a bit tight. She's just slightly shy. Sure it's back in where it needs to be. Is it going to be? Is it just slightly shy? So I just may need a little bit more. So I'm going to have to probably add a tiny amount onto this little tip so we can get through it. And this is how you sort of build your tools around the locks that you have. I know it's a bit of a long old twisted video. So we'll take this bugger out. Is he still going to come back? Yeah, just see, it's just slightly shy it was. Just slightly shy off that one lever. So I know that I'm going to need to add a tiny amount more, and that's how fine you need to be. A tiny little bit more, because that one was struggling. And if you don't go through these processes, what's going to happen is you're never going to get through, and you're going to blame yourself. And really, if you can't get to the right height, you're never ever going to get through. Or if it's hit and miss, you're never ever going to get through. You know, I might be able to get it this time. Add any pressure. Because the lever's twisted slightly. So I need to make sure, is there any more there? There. See, look, I just skipped it. But sometimes just ain't enough. You know, if you're going to pick it, I'd probably need another tiny little bit more on there, just so I could it'll be difficult. I know it's difficult to do with no case on, but there you go. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I will, as I promised, in a week on my website show you how I would get this lock open. Okay, so guys, look out for that. I'll send you the link, I'll send you the email, and I shall speak to you all very soon. Remember, if you like the video, put the old thumbs up. I know it's not much of a picking video, but it's a bit of a discovery and showing you some different stuff, which I've had around for a while, and I thought I wanted to share with you. So big fat thumbs up and leave some nice comments. Any more information on these locks would be fantastic. I'm sure everyone would love to hear what you've got to say. Everybody, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-da!